I'm back. Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your girl, Miss Ann Little Core, and yes, I'm back after a 3-week hiatus. I just hope everybody had a wonderful January. I just hope everybody was able to fulfill their New Year's resolutions, or even half of it at least. You know, 2019, I feel, is going to be a good year. You know, a lot of times when years have like a bumpy start, it usually turns out to be very good for me. I don't know about you all, but I just know that for me. Like when a year turns out a little bit bumpy, it turns out towards the end, it turns out to be really, not towards the end, but like by like the middle, it turns out to be really good. So I'm very optimistic. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed for everything to go very well. Because this year, for me, I feel is a milestone. Because if you're into Chinese astrology, everybody is born under a certain year in Chinese astrology. And I'm born in the year of the pig. And this is the year of the pig. So this is my 4th time on this planet living through the Chinese astrology of the year of the pig. And this is like the ends of it. This is the last. The year of the pig ends Chinese astrology. Just like in a regular, like the astrology that most people follow, it is with Pisces. It is with the year of the pig. So I do want this year to be very good for me, like 2007 was. So I'm gonna attain it. That's one of my goals, to make it happen. Every year should, but this one has to. So anyway, moving along. There is somebody else back besides me, but that person is back in the news, and that is none other than Monique. Yes, Monique is back. She's back. And I will say this. As far as a comic, I love Monique as a comedian. And however we felt about Precious, I did love the movie in terms of how she portrayed the character. I did not like what Lee Daniels did to the script, because the book, a lot of it is different, because some of the scenes that he added wasn't in the book, and he did it to be very provocative. So I have an issue with the movie on that level. But her acting was good in that movie. Just her acting alone. We all know it was a stereotype. We all have differences of opinion about it. But as far as the acting, it was good. My issue with Monique was her basically defending Roseanne. That's where I had to stop it. Up until that point, I was on her side. But when she defended Roseanne, I couldn't take it anymore. I said, Monique, you kind of lost it for me. But there is one person that she is not defending, and that person is Whoopi Goldberg. Yes, Whoopi Goldberg, another Academy Award winning comedian who is, we all know, is black, even though she got a Jewish last name. Her and Whoopi Goldberg, they went not really so much at it last year when she was on The View, but she was saying, you know, I did school you on what you were expected to do. And Monique, which she was rightfully so telling her, no, I don't want to be living up to those expectations. It's wrong. I want to be able to do things on my term. When do we stop having to follow these type of rules? And I agreed with Monique. Now, this is where I differ from the whole situation, because if you're going to talk to Whoopi like that, I think that when it came to the Roseanne situation, you should have definitely not come to her defense. You should have just said that Roseanne was cool with me here and there, but don't tell us to embrace and love Roseanne. That's where she fell off with a lot of people. So a lot of people, they're not really favoring her. And I do believe that Monique got a lot of white fans because of that, and gained new followers who are white. Now, according to the Page 6 article, it says Monique has some choice words for Whoopi Goldberg. She basically says that when you have a woman saying, I could have schooled you, someone would say, what was the schooling going to be? When I look at this woman, you say is our icon, our legend. She is. But how many things has Whoopi Goldberg executive produced? Whoopi Goldberg has always been the help. And I say that humbly. So it is that you're going to school me on. I've been doing it for almost 30 years. Now, Monique won a Best Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her work in Precious. And she says she's only been given 3 minutes to talk about inequality. This was on The View. And she says, this is a woman who says, I could have schooled you. And this is the woman who accepted Ted dancing in blackface. And our community praises this woman. Monique added, so sometimes we do it to ourselves, but I just can't. And she goes on to say, I love my sister. However, when you know you're being fed the wrong food, I must say, I can't chew this, y'all. Monique also says she and Goldberg had a frank conversation after the show, which didn't change much. Monique claims her intentions were to help other upcoming talents in Hollywood, but Goldberg disagreed. In that moment, I knew I was looking at a woman who didn't give a damn about me, Monique said. And if she's telling me, stop worrying about that little girl who was not here yet, well, she forgot about the ones that came before her who were worried about her. Okay. So, this is my opinion about this. I think Monique wants to come back into the press. I think she wants to be a trending topic like she was last year around this time. I think she's doing it because R. Kelly is now the biggest trending topic. And I bet you R. Kelly wishes that he could exchange places with her. Because last year around this time, people weren't really talking about R. Kelly. But when it comes to Monique was able to get a lot of press from that. A lot of interviews. I mean, from January, I believe it was January 17th to March of 2018, she was the topic. I believe I made about 9 videos about Monique with the situation and regarding the Netflix boycott. And that was when my channel was new and it was just growing. Like now I have over 1,000 subscribers. But at that time, when I did those videos, I can honestly tell you, I only had 10 subscribers. And that's because those videos sort of helped my channel to grow. But those videos weren't the ones that made my channel gain a lot of subscribers. But I will say thank you to those that did watch those videos. I do appreciate it. However, I'm going to say this about Monique. Whoopi Goldberg has over 20 executive producing credits. You only have maybe about 7. Nothing wrong with that. But you can't call her help based on saying what has she executive produced because it shows that you didn't do the homework. I think you're still hurt over what happened because nobody backed you for your boycott. But you can't get mad at people because the people that were backing you basically in the end turned your back on them by supporting Roseanne and telling us to embrace her. And we ain't going to do that shit. We ain't trying to do that shit. So in my opinion, I feel as though Whoopi Goldberg, we know where she stands. And Monique is right. That Ted Danson blackface thing where she laughed at it and cracked jokes on it, that is what made people fall out of favor for her in the black community because she enjoyed it. I remember when they spoofed it on Howard Stern with Sherman Hemsley. That was really provocative. And Sherman Hemsley, he fell out of favor with the black community because of that. You know? And it was just, in my opinion, everybody, it was a domino effect. But Whoopi Goldberg, in my opinion, did change the game when it came to us as black people calling people out for accepting coonery and accepting racism. And that was like the first time where a lot of old school black people and even the the new school black people was like, nah, Whoopi, you got to stand for something. So because of that, everybody uses that event to measure Whoopi Goldberg's blackness. And she did lose her black heart that day. And I believe that's her karma, which is why her career ended up her movie career ended up going south, which is why she never really blew up after that, if you ever noticed, she didn't really get a lot of great movie roles. Like she still was making, she still was an A-lister, but a lot of people didn't really go out to see her movies like before. And then in the end, he left her for Mary Steenburgen. Oh God, jeez, you know, that's what they say. She may say that she left him, but the word on the street was that he left her for Mary Steenburgen because Mary Steenburgen wanted him for the whole time, and she was waiting there for her to take her spot. And I say, go girl, keeping it real. But Monique, I think that you are trying to come back into the spotlight, and this is not the way to do it. You have a residency in Las Vegas, the SLS, I believe, hotel. And keep doing that, keep shining, keep grinding, because you are queen of comedy. But as far as the whole Netflix boycott and bringing up the people's names who were against it, just move on, because that movie that Whoopi Goldberg, Tiffany Haddish did with Tyler Perry, that bombed. And let's not forget, Tiffany Haddish, she bombed when she was doing her concert in Miami. So you basically, I think you kind of still won. You know? So with that being said, this is your girl, Miss Sound Little Cool. I'm signing off. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Also comment whether you agree or disagree. I would love to read your opinions. And with that being said, take care. Have a wonderful day.